Good morning and welcome to week 2 of our English Contemporary Indigenous Voices. I'm just going to be going over the content for week 2. So for week 2, as you guys know, and for those that are just coming in and that just newly joined the class, welcome to class. So every week I make a video and I sent it explaining what's needed to be done for the week. So we're going to be having a kind of light week as well this week. It's not going to be that much content, but I want you to read each and every of your slide deck. It's so important that you read so that you can have more knowledge about the indigenous peoples. So I'm going to be navigating through what we're going to be doing. As you guys know, this is our D12 Brightspace course shell. So you're going to go under your content and we'll go to our first week. So this is what we did last week. I'm so sure every one of you might have completed your Brightspace scavenger and your virtual local collaborative slide deck as well. Excuse me. And this was our week 1 announcements. So this is going to be opened up exactly at 9 a.m. every Monday, and this will be our unit 1, which will be an introduction to NBE, First Nations, Metis and Inuit voices. So our OLG1 for this unit will be learners can identify appropriate ways to refer to indigenous peoples in diverse contexts. Form questions to guide my exploration of themes and issues related to FNMI, First Nations Metis Unit, identities, and demonstrate an understanding of the challenges First Nations, Metis and Inuit individuals and communities are faced controlling their own narratives and resisting colonist views. It's weighted 10%. These are the success criteria. I can understand the historical oppression of indigenous peoples and how it impacts identities today. I can identify and I can define and identify the distinctions between First Nations, Metis, and Hind identities. I can speak to both internal and external factors that shape identity. I can understand the impact of culture and community in developing and shaping identity. I can use correct terms when referring to First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples. I can compare indigenous and non-indigenous perspectives on colonization. I can use evidence to form an opinion about colonization and its impact on indigenous lands and identities. I can understand the goals of colonization and how it's affected both the traditional and contemporary ways of life of indigenous peoples. I can grasp the perspectives of indigenous and non-indigenous peoples with regard to a residential school. So this is your weekly overview. This will tell you what you guys need to do, whether there is an assignment, whether there is tasks, whether there is readings. And this is your reading, this is overview, weekly overview. We're going to open this up. Okay, this is week 2, complete lesson, defining your own identity. Be sure to interact with all lesson content and complete all embedded practice activities. Compare week 2 kinship roles and responsibilities. And before I do open the slide deck, this is your defining your own identity. So this is a mind zone. I want you to go ahead and read this, please. Everything has to be go over it one by one. Make sure you have an idea of what exactly I'm talking about and how you can self-identify. You want to know how to look at the First Nations, the Métis and the Inuit, their perspective, then situating yourself and your identity. So I just want you guys to go ahead and read this. There are some videos there that will help you when reading. So so that's that's going to be the reading for this week. Then again, I'm going to go over the weekly overview. And just a second, I'm waiting for it to load up. And in your weekly overview again, let's open it up. So this will be the context that you're going to be looking at today, and all the content are in your Brightspace D2L. So this is just a slide deck. So that's what you expected. We're going to be looking at this week. Gather your materials. There are soft starts. So when this soft start is under your discussion content. So when you go under your discussion content, I want you guys to go in there, start a thread, share your number, include anything you'd like to share about how you're feeling today or what's going on in your life, and or tell us something that you want and something that you enjoy already having. Okay, so this is under your discussion board, and this is what's been expected of you today. Reading your D2L, your own identity under content on D2L Brightspace. Complete kinship roles and responsibilities is a class activity. The word Indigenous explained. Complete all tasks and activities. If you are the one that haven't completed your virtual activity, your virtual lock activity, please get it done. If you haven't completed your scavenger hunt, please get it done. So that's what I meant by completing all activities. And again, these are for you to read. We are First Nations, Metis and Inuit people. There's a video there. There's a class reflection. What you know about First Nations. Then learning to listen. It's a poem. I want you to listen to that. Then again, you're going to go under your discussion board. Then there are questions that you guys will complete in here. Okay. Times to know. Aboriginal, Indigenous, Native, Indian. Then you wanted First Nations, Métis and Inuit. Then there's a video. How to describe identities today. Well, why aren't all indigenous peoples traditional? I just want you to read this. I'm not so sure if I'm still going to be able to put this in, but you could check your learning game here. That's kind of a mini activity for you to play around with. And Thursday, September 8th to Friday, September 8th. You will continue. Family and ancestry Padlet, I'm going to update that. And I want to watch the rhyme in pure half rhyme. Then you want to watch the literary devices. So this will get us as we're getting ready for week 3, where we're going to be writing identity paragraph. And my grandmother, you want to look at this. After looking at it, there's one on Canva whiteboard and my grandmother. Then you can go there and debrief. Okay. And this kinship roles and responsibilities, I have made this also. I've made a let me see if I can find it. Kinship, here we go. So I've made a docs on this that you will need to complete, and I'm going to share that with you shortly. And that's about that for this week. So there's so much readings this week. There are probably 1 or just 2 activities to be completed, and all the activities are in your weekly overview. Okay, so I'm going to go back to class. Let me put this away. Yeah, so it's in your weekly overview when you open the slide, and kinship, it's the kinship, it's kinship, not kin. The kinship roles and responsibilities are also here. And yeah, that's what we're going to be doing for week 2 before we move to week 3, September 15th to 19th. If you guys have any question, please let me know. I'm going to be making a recording again on your announcement for your for our our office hours, which will be Tuesday tomorrow, September the 9th, and Thursday, September the 11th. So just in case you guys need any, or you guys will not be available for those 2 days, then you can always work around. Send me an email. Let me see what your schedule looks like. Then we can work around your schedule. Have a lovely week, everyone. And I will make another short recording for your announcement. Take care. Bye bye.